Before I start the video, I just want to say please subscribe. I post new movie videos every Friday. Before I get in the video, I just want to mention there are a few films that aren't on this list that I haven't seen or didn't get the chance to put in the video. I saw Zola in theaters, which recently came out this month, and I thought it was pretty good, but it didn't make my top 10. And I'm also going to see The Green Knight soon, which I might make a video of its own. One of the first videos I made for this channel was a top 10 A24 movie list. That first video didn't get many views, but recently I see it has been getting some traction. Enough for me to realize I needed to do another top 10. So this essay is part 2 of my personal top 10 favorite movies by A24. Before I begin, in my first review there were 5 films that I said were my honorable mentions. They won't be in this list because I've already talked about them, but in case you didn't watch, those films were Under the Skin, First Reformed, The Lobster, Waves, and The Last Black Man in San Francisco, which I recently just made a video on last week. Now for the next top 10, let's get to it. I found this movie to be very heartfelt and inspirational. Yes, Tommy Wiseau is arguably the worst actor of all time, but you've got to give him props. The man never gave up. He was fearless and didn't take no for an answer. Tommy had a dream and he did whatever was necessary to fulfill his dream. It's a fantastic adaptation from the book and a great inside look at the making of The Room. This story of a 6-year-old girl living in poverty is important and it's real. This film really moves me, but it also doesn't feel miserable throughout it. That makes it so poignant in my opinion. These young girls live a difficult life, but it's not solely full of hardships. We are presented with real people expressing real laughter and love. They see the world in bright colors and sunlight. They know what they lack, but they recognize their choices are limited, so they just continue on and attempt to get by as best as they can. While it is sad sometimes, it is hopeful because they keep going. What Jonah Hill and this wonderful cast have done is capture the universal feeling of aimlessness and being lost or stuck through the microcosm of 90s skater culture. There is specificity to the characters and the world in which they live, but this in no way feels artificial or constructed to buy your emotions with cheap nostalgia. Instead, it employs that specificity to highlight the humanity at its core, and at the core of all our lives. It is really something special, and it's one of my favorite A24 films that I have seen in recent years. I am not a fan of horror movies, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't sweating going into this. But Hereditary completely blows expectations out of the water. Original, ominous, and overpowering, Hereditary is a horror of unspeakable kind. Filled with dread from the first frame to the last, bolstered by stellar performances from its cast, and amplifying its foreboding aura by making all the aspects work in harmony. This unnerving, unsettling, and uncanny chiller is a nerve-rattling portrait of a family tragedy that curls into a horrifying nightmare. A Most Violent Year is a film that is not afraid to linger, to slowly corral its protagonist in a tight corner, to resist the temptation of simple moments of action, to develop suspense and intrigue through character dissection. It defies our expectations, yet it does not attempt to boast something new. It is filmmaking at its most simple and stimulating. Drama at its most broad, with each passing moment utilizing the opportunity to earn pure development of both the plotting and its radiating themes. It is an A24 film most don't talk about, but one that surely is at the top of many lists once seen. Misleadingly marketed as a horror, It Comes at Night is instead a powerful, beautifully acted family drama with elements of mystery and psychological thriller. I was honestly frightened to go into this, but I heard so many good things, and also, come on, it's an A24 film by respected director Trey Edward Schultz. His masterful sophomore feature is a gripping, atmospheric, and touching, equal amounts minimalistic post-apocalyptic survival tale with utmost respect for its story, characters, and us, the viewers. The only documentary on this list and my first list, Boys State, completely blew me away. It filled me with hope, rage, and emotion, and it did it all clearly with a cinematic flair that will instantly hook you from the beginning all the way to the end. I really cared about all the characters, even if I disagreed with them. This documentary is such a great example of how our democracy can be if we just actually tried to listen to one another. Minari is a raw, heartwarming, poignant, and sometimes heart-wrenching ride filled with beautiful cinematography, remarkable performances, while exploring powerful subject matters. We need more films like this one. For quite some time, I thought to myself that this movie truly had no flaws, and I almost considered it perfect, if it weren't for the ending, which didn't quite convince me of its intent. Minari strikes that delicate balance between heartwarming and heartbreaking perfectly, and if you want to hear me talk about it more, go check out my video on Minari. Slow West is definitely amongst the better films from A24, and begins McLean's filmmaking career on a promising note. Crafted with care, composure, precision, and craftsmanship, smeared with wry sense of humor, and even more augmented by its gorgeous backgrounds and ingenious use of camera, the film is carried by an assured performance from Fassbender, succeeding as a rich, refreshing, and riveting example of its genre. Slow West is a surprising delight for Western aficionados. When Bo Burnham said he was releasing a movie, I was immediately on board. After Inside came out, which I also made a video on, I decided to go back and re-watch 8th Grade. I was so eager to see it in theaters, and when I did, the film broke down and I couldn't finish the movie. It took a few months till I would actually get to go see the movie in its entirety, and when I did, I cried. 8th Grade is an agonizingly accurate and authentic look at life's most universally awkward phase, thanks to Bo Burnham's painstaking attention to detail, astonishing use of music that captures the spirit of the transformative time period, and Elsie Fisher's breakthrough performance played her role achingly well. 8th Grade is far from perfect, but yet again, with absolute intimacy, it tells us everything is going to be okay, no matter how tough life is going to get. It is no big deal, and you just have to embrace it as it comes, and that is why it is another one of my favorite A24 films.
Yeah, okay, so stay cool, and I can't wait to be you. Love, Kayla. Gucci.
Tune in every Friday for new movie videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what other movies you would like me to do videos on. Thank you, Mom, for editing the scripts for my movie essays. I appreciate you. Till next time, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.